Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 2nd of July 2024. Now so far as the global cryptocurrency market is concerned guys, there is not much going on. Now the prices of Bitcoin is marginally pumped up, but other than that the volume of DeFi, decentralized exchanges and even the stablecoin is pretty much the same. Now this, to be honest guys, is definitely not ideal because yesterday when I read out these numbers, most of these numbers were taking into consideration that it is still Sunday in most of the Western countries, isn't it? So technically speaking guys, this number should have been at least 20 to 30% higher than what it is. Unfortunately, that is not what we are saying. So we'll definitely go ahead and have a look at that. Now in today's episode guys, we do have some massive news regarding stable coins. The first one guys is regarding USDC and the issuers of USDC Data Circle. They have received the first stable coin under MiCA regulations. This, to be honest guys, is definitely massive news. So we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this news. Now it is really important to note guys that just last week, Bitstamp decided to drop their USDT. That is because of MiCA regulations, isn't it? So when we talk about stable coins, looks like Circle USDC is definitely taking a very regulation oriented approach. So we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that. Now look guys, this year we did have a massive event and that was the Bitcoin halving, isn't it? Now unfortunately guys, after the Bitcoin halving, the miners seem to be suffering a lot. And since the last few months I've been talking about how miners have decided to shut down the operation, and because of that guys, the Bitcoin mining hash rate has fallen down as well. So we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that news. Now it's really important to understand guys that so far as the Bitcoin mining difficulty is concerned, every 2016 block the Bitcoin mining difficulty gets adjusted. Unfortunately guys, so far as the Bitcoin mining difficulty is concerned, looks like it is on a downward trend, and that, to be honest, is definitely not ideal, isn't it? So we'll definitely go ahead and explore that. And the next news guys is regarding stablecoins once again, and that is with the leading player, that is Tether USDT. Now this is a positive news, and they are partnered with a retail giant called as Uquid in Philippines. Now look guys, this is definitely positive news because so far as Uquid is concerned, looks like they're focusing on retail adoption, isn't it? So I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this news. Now what is really important to note guys, that most of these transactions will be focusing on Ton blockchain, and last week I talked about how Ton blockchain overtook the volume of Dogecoin as well, isn't it? So it looks like Telegram and Ton blockchain is definitely having a phenomenal year in 2024, and more importantly, since the last 3 weeks guys, Ton blockchain is definitely looking good. Now the final news guys is with US Marshall, and the US Marshall Service guys, they have contracted Coinbase Prime to manage and dispose of its large cryptocurrency assets. So it looks like Coinbase is definitely taking a lot of adoption, isn't it? So we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this news. Now it's really important to understand guys that this particular news is more connected to Coinbase Prime. So definitely brilliant stuff. So quite a lot of cover guys in today's episode. And like we do in every Crypto and Coffee at 8 podcast, we're going to be looking at 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now both the news guys are definitely positive news. Now the first news guys is definitely positive news, and the Hashgraph Association, they have announced a strategic investment in partnership with Blade Labs, so we'll definitely go ahead and explore that. Now look guys, so far as Hashgraph Association is concerned, since the last quarter they've been making quite a lot of partnership, isn't it? So we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that news. Now the second news has to do with artificial intelligence, and this is another partnership once again. And Bayouth guys, they are partnered with Dubai Land Department and they want to launch AI evaluation. So look guys, so far as artificial intelligence is concerned, this is definitely a brilliant use case. And what I'm noticing guys, most of the use case so far as artificial intelligence is concerned, they are getting a lot of on-ramp adoption as well. So definitely positive news. So quite a lot of cover guys in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Thank you to our sponsors for being part of the Blockchain DXB journey. Firstly, Advanced Media. Advanced Media guys is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. They also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE. So definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing, and hosting training workshops, seminars, and community events that educate, inform, and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing. Go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform and search for Rise in the Obstacle Course Race podcast. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now, guys, since we've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now, since the last 24 hours, guys, it is marginally pumped up by 0.11%, and the global cryptocurrency market as of now is at $2.32 trillion. Now, if you look at the total cryptocurrency market volume, guys, it is at $61.1 billion. Now, since the last 24 hours, it is up by 40.87%. Now, the number definitely looks like a massive increase. But listen, guys, in terms of dollar amount, it is definitely not ideal, isn't it? And what is really not ideal is the volume of decentralized finance. Because today, guys, on the 2nd of July, it is down to $3.81 billion. And DeFi, as of today, is accounting for only 5.86% of the total cryptocurrency market volume. Now, if you go back in time, guys, during the 2020 era, when Bitcoin did reach a new all-time high, on an average given day, guys, the total volume in DeFi on an average given day used to account somewhere between the $12 to $16 billion. And so far as the percentage is concerned, it was definitely much higher than 10%. Unfortunately, we are not observing that trend ever since Terra Luna went down and ever since FTX fell down as well. And also the total value locked, guys, on 4th of January 2020, the total value locked across all DeFi protocols was at a staggering $242 billion. It has fallen down from $242 billion to $30-odd billion. But now guys, it is definitely pumped up to $94.75 billion, with Lido leading the pack with $33.72 billion. And one metric guys which I'm definitely keeping an eye on, but what I'm definitely not liking, is a decentralized to centralized exchange dominance. Today guys, on the 2nd of July, it is only at 13.36%, which just means guys, since the last few days, decentralized exchanges are not being used and a lot of centralized exchanges are being used. That is definitely not good, isn't it? Because look guys, if the volume of centralized exchange increases and if the volume of stablecoins is pretty much the same or gone down, it just means one thing guys, that people are going ahead and selling a lot of the Bitcoin and Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies and converting that into fiat currencies, isn't it? Now it looks like that is what is happening since the last 2 weeks in my opinion. Now another metric which I'm not liking guys is that decentralized to centralized exchange dominance tends to pump up on Wednesday, and it usually goes well past the 20 or 25% mark as well. Let's see if the decentralized to centralized exchange dominance crosses the 20% mark tomorrow. Now let me quickly run through the volume of decentralized exchanges guys, because Uniswap is leading the pack, but it is still below the $1 billion mark at $951.77 million. Radium is at number 2nd, and its volume is $350.85 million. Orca is at number 3rd, its volume is $230.45 million. Core Finance guys is at number 4th, its volume is $204.1 million. And finally PancakeSwap, its volume is $162.83 million. Now let me quickly run through the volume of stable coins, and as I mentioned earlier guys, the numbers are definitely not great. Ideally guys, this number should have been 20 to 30% of what it is as of today, but today guys, it is only at $56.55 billion, and as of today it is accounting for only 91.55% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. And out of this $56.55 billion guys, Tether USDT is accounting for $46.81 billion, followed by Circle USDC at $4.82 billion, and FDUSD guys, its volume is $3.96 billion. Now let me quickly run through the market cap, 24-hour trading volume and dominance between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now so far as the market cap of Bitcoin is concerned guys, it is at $1.24 trillion, and just few weeks ago guys, I was anticipating that the market cap of Bitcoin will actually cross the $2 trillion mark, isn't it? But unfortunately, that is a crazy world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Absolutely any news, be it positive or negative, can have direct and indirect consequences on the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, isn't it? Now so far as the market cap of Ethereum is concerned, it is only at $413 billion. Now so far as the 24-hour trading volume is concerned guys, Bitcoin is at $26.05 billion, whereas Ethereum is at $12.37 billion. So look guys, what you may want to do is look at the 24-hour trading volume, compare it to the volume of decentralized exchanges, then look at the volume of stable coins. That would give us an idea if people are converting a lot of the Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies into fiat currencies. Now since the last 2 weeks and also since the last few days of last week, looks like a lot of people are not believing in the power of Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies and the hodl mentality, isn't it? So looks like a lot of conversion is actually taking place into fiat currencies. Now so far as the dominance of Bitcoin is concerned guys, it is still at 53.62%, whereas Ethereum is at 17.90%. Now this week guys, what I'm doing is I'm looking at the top 3 gainers and top 3 losers. Now yesterday guys, I looked at it from a 7-day point of view, but today, tomorrow and day after, I look at it from a 24-hour basis. Now since the last 24 hours guys, looks like a meme coin called as Bonk. It has definitely gained the most, and it is up by 10.4%. Layer 0 guys is at number 2nd, and it is up by 9.8%. And Bread token guys is at number 3rd, it is up by 5.02%. Now so far as the top 3 losers is concerned guys, since the last 24 hours, a token called as Artificial Super Intelligence Alliance, it has been hit the most, and it is down by 8.4%. Looks like it is some kind of altcoin or shitcoin, isn't it? Now the number 2nd guys that has hit the most is Celestia, and it is down by 6.7%. And the 3rd one guys is Athena, and it is down by 5.80%. Now look guys, so far as the cryptocurrency market is concerned, I'm pretty much sure once you get some information regarding Ethereum spot trading going live, it'll definitely have a positive impact not just on the price of Ethereum, but also on the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as well. So definitely keep an eye on that news. Now this week guys, what I'm doing is I'm going ahead and talking everything regarding oracles, isn't it? Yesterday guys, we went ahead and defined what oracles are. We went ahead and looked at some of the basic concept of oracles. Today what I want to do is guys, I want to go ahead and touch base on decentralized or distributed oracles, and I want to go ahead and share their importance. Because look guys, when you talk about oracles, it is extremely important that we truly understand the difference between centralized and decentralized oracles. Now what I want to do next guys is, I want to go ahead and explore decentralized oracles and their importance. So let's do one thing guys. Let's take a deep dive into the difference between centralized versus decentralized oracles. Now so far centralized oracles is concerned, they rely on a single entity or limited number of entities to provide data to blockchain, isn't it? Now this centralization guys definitely introduces several vulnerabilities. They have single point of failure, data can be easily manipulated, and also we need to depend on trust, isn't it? Now so far single point of failure is concerned, if a centralized oracle fails or is compromised, it can easily disrupt the entire blockchain application that is relying on its data. Now so far as data manipulation is concerned guys, it is basic to understand that since centralized oracles rely on a single source, there is a higher risk of data manipulation or inaccuracies, either unintentional or malicious, isn't it? And what about dependency of trust guys? Users must trust centralized oracle provider to deliver accurate and timely data, isn't it? And they need to do it without any bias or manipulation. Then look guys, so far centralized entity is concerned, these are definitely some of the dangers. Now let me go ahead and explain what role does decentralized oracle play. Now decentralized oracles guys, they address the limitation of centralized oracles by leveraging a network of independent nodes and also consensus mechanism. And distributed or decentralized oracles, they aggregate data from multiple independent sources, and this redundancy guys reduces the risk of relying on a single source and enhances data reliability. And nodes in decentralized oracle networks reach consensus in the accuracy of data before it is accepted, and this guys ensures that data provided to smart contract is verified by multiple sources, thereby mitigating the risk of manipulation. And guys, by distributing data retrieval and verification across multiple nodes, decentralized oracles reduce the impact of individual node failures or attacks, thereby enhancing the overall security and resilience of the system. Now look guys, so far as decentralized oracles is concerned, they have quite a lot of advantages, isn't it? So things like enhanced security, increased reliability, trustlessness, these are some of the advantages. So let me go ahead and very briefly touch base on these points, because when you talk about enhanced security guys, decentralized or distributed oracle distribute trust and reduce the risk of malicious attacks or even data manipulation. And each node guys operates independently, and data must pass through consensus mechanism, making it extremely difficult for any single node to compromise the entire network. But so far as increased reliability is concerned guys, by aggregating data from multiple independent sources, decentralized oracles provide more reliable data, and consensus mechanism ensures that only accurate data is accepted, even if some nodes provide anonymous information. Now so far as trustlessness is concerned guys, decentralized oracles operate in a trustless environment, meaning that users do not need to trust a single entity. Instead, they rely on cryptographic proofs and consensus algorithms to go ahead and verify data integrity and accuracy. Now we know about popular decentralized oracles, isn't it? That is Chainlink, Band Protocol, and even Teller. Now Chainlink guys is definitely a leading decentralized oracle network that uses a network of independent nodes or oracles to fetch, verify, and deliver data to smart contracts, and it ensures data reliability through a reputational system and incentivizes for honest behavior. Now so far as Band Protocol is concerned guys, it focuses on cross-chain compatibility and scalability, allowing developers to create custom oracles tailored to specific blockchain application. It uses something different called as DPoS, that is delegated proof of stake consensus for data validation. And so far as Stellar is concerned guys, it utilizes proof of work mechanism where miners compete to provide data to the oracle network, and it emphasizes data accuracy and reliability through a staking mechanism and economic incentives. Now look, so far as decentralization is concerned, we also need to be aware of security consideration. So let me go ahead and touch base on some points regarding security consideration, because decentralized oracle network guys, they employ several strategies to mitigate manipulation, including multi-source data aggregation, consensus mechanism, and also cryptographic proofs, isn't it? And so far as multi-source data aggregation is concerned, this is where aggregating data from multi-independent sources reduces the risk of relying on a single point of failure. Now so far as consensus mechanism is concerned, nodes must agree on the validity of the data before it is accepted, thereby preventing any single node from manipulating data without detection. And finally guys, regarding cryptographic proof, using cryptographic techniques such as digital signature ensures that data has not been tampered with during the transmission. Now so far as ensuring data integrity is concerned guys, cryptographic proofs and consensus mechanism are extremely essential for maintaining data integrity in decentralized Oracle networks, and these mechanisms, guys, verify the authenticity and accuracy of data before it is being utilized by smart contracts. Now look, preventing single point of failure is one of the most important things so far as decentralized Oracle is concerned, isn't it? And by distributing data retrieval and validating across multiple nodes, guys, decentralized Oracle networks eliminate single point of failure, and this decentralization improves reliability and resilience against attacks or node failures. Now let me go ahead and touch base on some use cases and applications where decentralized Oracle fits in, and the first one is decentralized finance or DeFi, the second one is insurance, the third one is gaming and NFTs, isn't it? And so far as decentralized finance is concerned, guys, DeFi platforms rely on decentralized oracles for accurate and reliable price feeds, collateral valuation, and also automated trading. For example, guys, lending protocols like Aave use decentralized oracles to determine interest rates based on real-time market data. So definitely a brilliant use case. Now, so far as insurance is concerned, decentralized or distributed oracles enable parametric insurance contracts that automatically trigger payouts based on predefined conditions. For instance, guys, weather oracles can validate claims for crop insurance based on local weather conditions that are reported to blockchain. Now, so far as gaming and NFTs is concerned, guys, in blockchain-based gaming and NFT token-based marketplaces, decentralized oracles can ensure fairness and transparency, and oracles can provide randomness for gaming outcomes, and it can help in verifying the authenticity of NFTs, thereby preventing fraud and ensuring a trustworthy ecosystem. Now look, guys, these are some of the use cases. I'm pretty much sure as and when time evolves, there might be so many different use cases, isn't it? Now there are also future trends and innovation that we need to be aware about, and some of them include AI-enhanced oracles, cross-chain compatibility, layer 2 solutions, decentralized data marketplaces as well. So let me do one thing, guys. Let me very briefly touch base on these, because when you talk about integrating artificial intelligence with decentralized oracles, these can definitely enhance data accuracy, anomaly detection, and also predictive analytics. And AI algorithms can analyze vast data sets to provide more reliable and timely information to smart contracts, improving decision-making capabilities. Now, so far as cross-chain compatibility is concerned, as blockchain interoperability becomes more critical, decentralized oracles that can operate across multiple blockchains will gain prominence. Now, cross-chain oracles facilitate data exchange and interoperability between different blockchain ecosystems, supporting complex decentralized applications. Now, so far as layer 2 solution is concerned, layer 2 scaling solutions aim to improve the efficiency and cost effectiveness of decentralized oracles by processing data off-chain and settling transactions on the main blockchain. Now these solutions, guys, enhance scalability and reduce congestions, thereby enabling faster data delivery and lower transaction costs. Now so far as decentralized data marketplaces is concerned, emerging decentralized data marketplaces allows users to buy and sell data directly on blockchain networks, leveraging decentralized oracles to ensure data accuracy and reliability. And these marketplaces, guys, promote data transparency and empower data providers and consumers to transact securely. So look, so far as decentralized oracles is concerned, they're definitely brilliant use cases, but there are quite a lot of challenges as well, isn't it? So look, guys, according to me, decentralized oracles definitely play a crucial role in enhancing the security, reliability, and trustlessness of blockchain applications, and by leveraging decentralized networks, consensus mechanism, and cryptographic techniques, these oracles enable smart contracts to interact seamlessly with real-world data, while at the same time mitigating risk associated with centralized solutions. And as blockchain technology continues to evolve, guys, decentralized or distributed oracles will drive innovation across various industries, enabling new cases and applications that benefit secure and transparent data delivery. So let me know, guys, what are your thoughts regarding this, and if you do have any points to add regarding decentralized oracles and the importance, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Now, guys, let's look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin, and there is a very high possibility, guys, that by the time you're listening to the episode, Bitcoin would have touched the $63,000 mark, because right now it is at $62,918. Now, since the last 24 hours, it is marginally up by 0.19%, and since the last 7 days, guys, it is up by 4.82%. Ethereum is at $3,439. Now, since the last 24 hours, guys, it is marginally down by 0.16%, but since the last 7 days, it is up by 3.24%. Now, look, guys, yesterday there was a drastic move where the US Security and Exchange Commission is going after consensus because of MetaMask, isn't it? And looks like because of that, the prices of Ethereum has marginally gone down. Now, if you look at the price of Binance BNB Coin, guys, it is at $577. And since the last 24 hours, it is down by 1.10%. And since the last 7 days, it is up by 2.45%. Now, look, so far as today's episode is concerned, there is quite a lot of news regarding stable coins. And the first one, guys, is regarding Circle. Now, so far Circle is concerned, guys, it has definitely taken a bold move by focusing on regulations in the European region, and it has become the first global stablecoin issuer to comply with the European Union's market in crypto assets, that is called as MiCA regulatory framework. Now, Circle, guys, that is issuing USDC and EURC in the euro, achieved this through an electronic money institution called as EMI license that was actually issued from France's ACPR. And Circle Mint France now, guys, offers business customers near instant access to mint and redeem these stable coins. And Circle's co-founder, that is Jeremy Allaire, highlighted this milestone as a significant step towards mainstream acceptance of digital currencies. Now, look, guys, if you talk about this news, this compliance reinforces Circle's commitment to regulatory standards and the future of digital finances in it. Now, the official news, guys, is via Circle's blog, and it is in the show notes below. Now, look, guys, if you have been listening to the Crypto and Coffee Date podcast, I often say that I'm definitely not a fan of stablecoin issuers, because according to me, when you talk about stablecoins, guys, they are just replacing the role of a bank, isn't it? Now, keeping that thing in mind, guys, if you were to make a comparison, let's say, between Circle USDC and Tether USDT, I have to say that Circle USDC is definitely doing a brilliant job. And if given a choice, guys, I would definitely offer Circle USDC. And what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, look at the audit report of Circle USDC and then compare it with the audit report of Tether USDT. It is extremely laughable on what Tether USDT has been doing, in my opinion. Circle USDC, on the other hand, is definitely taking the right steps so far as the issuance of a centralized, fully controlled stablecoin is concerned, and they're definitely following rules and regulations. Now, keeping that thing in mind, guys, I definitely have to state that Circle USDC is definitely doing a brilliant job. Now, guys, let's discuss some news regarding the Bitcoin mining hash rate. Now, unfortunately, guys, the Bitcoin hash rate drawdown has dropped to levels not seen since December 2022, indicating a potential price bottom at 7.6%. Now, metrics like Bitcoin Exchange Reserve and Miner Position Index do actually suggest a low selling pressure, and miners, guys, are capitulating, signaling buying opportunities, and the hash ribbons indicators show a buy signal due to decreased computational power. Now, post-halving, guys, miner withdrawals dropped by 90%, reducing selling pressure. However, guys, a Cantor Fitzgerald report warned that some mining companies may become unprofitable if Bitcoin were to fall below the $40,000 mark. Now, look, so far as mining of Bitcoin is concerned, roughly around a month ago, I talked about that mining one single Bitcoin was costing around $152,000, which was significantly higher. And just a month before that, to mine one Bitcoin, if I'm not mistaken, was around the $52,000 mark. So if you're a miner, guys, you're definitely in losses, isn't it? But what happens is, so far as Bitcoin mining is concerned, guys, every 2016 block, the Bitcoin mining difficulty gets adjusted. So let's say if there are too many miners, and if they are spending a lot of computational power, and if the mining is extremely tough, Bitcoin mining difficulty goes lower. Unfortunately, guys, it has been going down since a very long time, and you need to compare this with the price of Bitcoin, isn't it? So let's see, guys, with the approval of spot Bitcoin ETF, do we look at price tag of Bitcoin well over the $200,000 mark? I definitely don't think so, but let's see how this narrative plays out. Now, guys, let's discuss some news regarding stable coins, and this is to do with Tether USDT, and they are partnered with Web3 e-commerce platform called as Uquid to allow residents of Philippines to pay their social security system, that is SSS contributions, using USDT on the open network, that is Ton blockchain. And Uquid, guys, has released a guide on how to use USDT Ton for these payments. Now, Tether CEO, guys, that is Paulo Adriano, has expressed excitement about enhancing the crypto shopping experience and enabling reliable cross-border payment solutions for them. Now, the official link, guys, is in the show notes below. So look, guys, Philippines accepting stablecoin Tether USDT for social security system is definitely a positive move, isn't it? Now, guys, let's discuss some news regarding US and the US Marshal Service, guys. They have contracted Coinbase Prime to manage and dispose of its large-cap cryptocurrency assets, thereby ensuring compliance with Department USMS policies to streamline crypto and disposal process in government for future programs. Now, Coinbase Prime, guys, will be responsible for implementing storage and liquidation techniques in compliance with the department and USMC policies. Now, this deal, guys, aims to streamline custody, management, and disposal process for cryptocurrencies while expanding the range of digital assets that can be handled under the government's forfeiture program. Now, look, guys, if you're an American, you definitely may want to go ahead and check this out, and the news for that is in the show notes below. So these were some macro level news, guys, from cryptocurrency and blockchain world. Now let's look at two news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. Now, the first news, guys, is a positive news, and this is to do with Hashgraph Association and Blade Labs. So let me go ahead and give out more information, guys, regarding this news, because the Hashgraph Association, they are partnered with Blade Labs to accelerate digital transformation in the Middle East. Now, Blade Labs, guys, will provide a digital security platform for the Hashgraph Association's 300 million venture studio initiative. Now, the Hashgraph Association, guys, is a Swiss-based organization that is focused on digital enablement within the Hedera network, and Blade Lab, guys, they apply distributed ledger technology to traditional financial products and services. Now, this partnership aims to foster digital transformation and financial inclusion in the Middle East, and Blade Labs technology will reduce the cost of providing financial services to the masses. And Kamal Yousefi, guys, the president of the Hashgraph Association, emphasizes the commitment to digital enablement and inclusion in the Middle East. Now, this partnership, guys, supports two major government-backed venture studio initiatives that is valued at $300 million over 5 years, and Blade Labs will offer both conventional and Sharia-compliant digital security platforms. Now, this partnership, guys, addresses the need for digital transformation solution for enterprises, and Blade Labs focuses on providing non-custodial fintech APIs for tokenized funds. Now, tokenized funds, guys, they enhance liquidity, reduce operational costs, and improve collateral management, isn't it? And tokenized funds do offer a better returns, capital efficiency, and advanced risk as well. And Sami Mian, the CEO of Blade Labs, highlights the strategic partnership role in driving digital transformation in the Middle East. Now, Blade Labs, guys, they have a fintech license with Qatar Financial Center and is part of its digital asset lab as well. And they are registering for a Financial Service Regulatory Association license in Abu Dhabi Global Market. And the Hashgraph Association key ventures in the Middle East include a $250 million deep tech venture studio in Riyadh and a $50 million digital asset venture studio in Doha as well. And the Hashgraph Association, guys, supports and funds innovation, research, and development for economic inclusion and a digital future as well. So definitely positive news. Now, look, guys, what I'm noticing is since the last 2 months, there are quite a lot of news regarding Hashgraph Association, isn't it? So it looks like beyond blockchain protocols such as Hashgraph and HBAR, they're definitely trying to get some mainstream adoption as well. Now, guys, let's discuss some news from Dubai, and this is to do with artificial intelligence. And the news essentially is that a retail giant called Bayouth, they are partnering with Dubai Land Department to launch AI valuation tool. So let me go ahead and give out more information, guys. Because essentially, guys, the news is that Bayouth has partnered with Dubai Land Department to launch an AI-powered property valuation tool that is called as True Estimate, and the True, guys, is spelled without an E, and True Estimate, guys, aims to enhance transparency and provide data-driven insights in Dubai's real estate market. And this tool, guys, leverages extensive transaction data from Dubai Land Department and property listings, and True Estimate provides accurate property valuation for homeowners, property sellers, buyers, and agents as well. Now, the AI-powered tool addresses the need for greater transparency in Dubai's real estate market, and investors benefit from informed decision-making capabilities thanks to True Estimate's advanced AI. And this partnership, guys, supports Dubai's Service 360 policy for streamlined service delivery. Now, Dubai real estate market, guys, has witnessed transactions worth $200 billion in the last 6 months, and His Excellency Engineering Marwan Bil Khalita, Acting Director General of Dubai Land Department, emphasizes the importance of this collaboration. And this partnership, guys, enhances transparency and trust in Dubai's real estate market. And True Estimate, they provide accurate property values, aiding stakeholders in making informed decisions and optimal investment. And Haidar Ali Khan, guys, the CEO of Bayouth, has expressed excitement about the launch of True Estimate. And True Estimate, guys, offers objective property value estimates based on recent sales, market trends, and property characteristics. The report also includes market trend visualizations and comparable property analysis for better decision making. And True Estimate, guys, offers data-driven property valuations and market insights tailored to brokers and consumers in the UAE, and users can input property details to receive estimated property value, rental yield, property history and comparisons as well. And True Estimate benefits property sellers by providing clear market value understanding for competitive pricing. Now, really, I'm not sure, guys, if this service is completely free of cost. But let me know, guys, if there is a charge to it, and if, let's say, there is a charge, if this is absolutely worth it or not, because homeowners can monitor property value over time, while buyers can gain reliable estimation and detailed breakdown of the buying cost. So definitely positive news. And look, guys, one trend which I've often said, so far as artificial intelligence is concerned, most of the use cases are already on board or will be on board in the next few weeks. But so far as cryptocurrency and blockchain is concerned, since almost a decade, most of it is still work in progress. So let me know, guys, what are your thoughts regarding artificial intelligence and blockchain use cases so far as real world adoption is concerned. So that's about all, guys, from cryptocurrency, blockchain and artificial intelligence world from Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. And guys, please feel free to go and check out my website, that is www.blockchaindxb.com. It is packed with loads of information in the field of Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrencies, artificial intelligence, and even central bank digital currencies. Now for the next few minutes, guys, there's going to be an Ask Me Anything series where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So let's get started with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. I have a question by Dylan who asks, with Bitcoin's mining hash rate drawdown indicating potential buying opportunities, are you considering investing more in Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies? Now look, Daniel, I've said this so many times, I do not make absolutely any financial advice, and none of the information that I'm giving out is absolutely any financial advice. And look, I can't stress this, all past predictions are 100% right 50% of the time. So I cannot absolutely give you 100% confirmation that because Bitcoin's mining hash rate is going down, it is indicating a potential buying opportunities, because there are so many things that could actually take place at a macro level. Now look, the recent hash rate drawdown in Bitcoin is indeed an massive signal for potential buying opportunities, and this metric dynamo definitely indicates a decrease in the computational power, which in turn could reduce selling pressures on miners. Now historically, Daniel, such conditions have preceded price rallies, making it an attractive entry point for investors, but the cryptocurrency world is absolutely wireless in it. So the only thing I can say, it is extremely essential to consider a diversified approach. Now look, I definitely like Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's potential for growth is definitely strong, but at the same time other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, Binance BNB Coin, and also some of the DeFi projects definitely have significant opportunities as well. Now if you look at Ethereum, for instance, it is definitely continuing to innovate with its upcoming upgrades, and mostly in the next few days we will get some information regarding Ethereum spot trading as well as in it. But look, while increasing your Bitcoin holdings could actually be a smart move, it is important to balance your portfolio with other cryptocurrencies. Those are my honest opinion, but once again, Daniel, it is definitely not financial advice, and there could be so many things at a macro level that could kick in as well as in it. With the US election coming up, and with Biden not being able to put up to his sentences, could we be possible that we are heading into World War III or even nuclear war? If that thing happens, I really am not sure. Could Bitcoin be a hedge against inflation, or will gold take over? These are things you need to think about as well. So definitely interesting question. But again, Daniel, I do not answer any price related information. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series on Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. And guys, please feel free to go and check out my website, that is www.blockchaindxb.com. It is packed with loads of information in the world of Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, Metaverse, artificial intelligence, and even central bank digital currencies. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. And more importantly, guys, remember, Monday to Thursdays 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. we have Crypto with Coffee at 8. There we cover top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well, news that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. They're the two news and information that's related to Dubai, UAE, in the Middle East, from cryptocurrency, blockchain, and now artificial intelligence world as well. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.